Hey everybody, and welcome to the intersection of sports and marketing. I'm Cristiano, and this is episode 21 of OUTOFSCOPE. Meerkat releases Cameo, and I think this is the first time we're going to see brands taking advantage of live streaming. All you marketers out there need to listen to this.
Sports marketing expert Cristiano.
Cristiano.
Marketers and advertisers and brands always have to keep in mind, you have to play to the state of your audience. Endurance sports athletes are absolutely fanatics.
Having a Facebook page doesn't get you any business, but doing it right can be quite effective.
All right, Meerkat yesterday releases, in their new release, a thing called Cameo, which allows you to be live streaming on Meerkat and then essentially tag in somebody else and live stream their feed from their phone. So kind of like a conference call, video conference call type of deal, but over Meerkat. So you're streaming, you show somebody else, they can pop in, they can talk, you can start talking again. It's really kind of interesting, I think. It gets a lot more user interaction into the live streaming thing, because what's been lacking is, you're just watching one person's point of view the whole time, right? And I think this is going to start to incorporate multiple points of view, multiple cameras, multiple opinions into one conversation. Now we're kind of almost talking about having like a little mini live TV show kind of scenario going on. And I think that this is where we're going to see brands start to take advantage. And I know that there's already been some brands that have been taking advantage that Meerkat brought in. The Weather Channel was one of them, TMZ, the Champions Cup, the Champions League Cup, I think was one of the other ones. And I think we're going to start to see a lot more motion from a lot of sports brands and a lot of sports teams, because this is really kind of cool. And I think one of the biggest things is the ability to be able to incorporate other people's content, other people's commentary into your live stream. And that is where I think it's going to be a win, because now people are going to watch, and now they're not just watching as one person's perspective. It's more of a TV show, live TV show conversational piece. That's where I think the win is, and that's where I think brands are going to jump in on it, because now brands can almost kind of host little mini TV shows. That's where I see it going, right? You're at a sports event and you're a big sports brand, and now you're interviewing a player. Oh, and now you're in the locker room and you're talking to somebody else who's, talking to somebody else in the locker room. Oh, and now you're back out on the field. Now we're seeing some depth and some interactivity. I think it's going to be huge. I think it's the first major push. I'm going to be interested to see who starts to use this really, really well. So I would keep an eye out on that. I also predict that Periscope's going to come out with something similar very quickly, because I think from a tech perspective, they're kind of the leader right now. But this Cameo thing is kind of blown Meerkat out of the water in comparison to Periscope. So I think Periscope's going to try to catch up. I think they have a larger user base, so I'm going to be interested to see where that goes. But I'm going to follow it closely. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. Where do you think this is going? Do you think brands are going to jump in on it? Is there anything that you think that's going to happen from this Cameo thing that could be even bigger? Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to YouTube and to the podcast on iTunes. Thank you so much. Boom.